Добрий день, вітаю всіх, хто приєднався до нас. Мене звуть Ольга Таманова і я рада вітати вас у медіа-центрі України сьогодні. Ми продовжуємо свою роботу і наш другий брифінг буде присвячений тому, що ми поговоримо про діяльність Національного бюро програми ЄС «Креативна Європа», поговоримо про результати роботи за 2025 рік, поговоримо про участь українських організаціях у конкурсах програми і поговоримо трохи про плани на 2026 рік. Тож хочу представити вам, перш за все, представників саме Бюро «Креативна Європа», які у нас сьогодні в студії. Це Mykola Ulyanov, Олександр Khodakivsky, Наталіа-Анна Темекh і Ольга Лірnyк. А також у нас сьогодні присутня Юлія Урсолова, яка є заступницею виконавчої директорки Українського культурного фонду з фінансових питань. Я вітаю вас всіх і дякую, що приєдналися сьогодні. Тож, пане Микола, вам слово. Трошки, мабуть, варто розпочати про саму програму, для того, щоб нас всіх занурити в контекст і поговоримо про результати.
Направду, в мене є велике сподівання, що всі аудиторії, які зараз долучені, переглядатимуть потім у записі, обізнані щодо того, що є програма Європейського Союзу «Креативна Європа», оскільки ми здійснили так багато промоційних заходів, аби це було саме так. Програма Європейського Союзу «Креативна Європа» – це найбільша програма з підтримки культурного і креативного секторів в Європі, оскільки країн-учасниць станом зараз 41. Тож ми бачимо, що ми тут говоримо про Європу не лише в вузькому географічному сенсі, а в дуже широкому політичному. І передусім ми сьогодні розповімо про діяльність бюро, оскільки функціями бюро протокольно і формально є здійснення промоції програми «ЄС Креативна Європа». Це також презентаційна діяльність, пов'язана з ознайомленням наших цільових аудиторій, це передусім митці та професіонали сектору культури, та також представники організацій, активні у секторі культури та креативності. І це консультаційна діяльність, яка пов'язана з нашою консультаційною підтримкою заявників на конкурси програми «ЄС Креативна Європа» і нашому сприянні у пошуку представникам організацій сектору культури, міжнародних партнерів для здійснення проєктів міжнародної співпраці, оскільки левова частка програми
since that is the support
культурних проєктів транскордонних. І зараз, оскільки сьогодні в нас буде жвава розмова, нам дійсно є про що і що пообіцяти, і анонсувати, і про що прозвітуватися, але передусім важливо зазначити, що Бюро програми Європейського Союзу «Креативна Європа» в Україні операційно інтегрований в діяльність Українського культурного фонду, тож дуже важливо, для нас це надзвичайно має значення, оскільки це уможливлює насправді нашу діяльність в тих обсягах і масштабах, як ми її здійснюємо останні роки і плануємо здійснювати і до кінця 2027 року. І тому мені зараз важливо і приємно передати слово пані Юлії, оскільки вона відкоментувала дещо, що я вже окреслив.
Пані Юлю, прошу.
Дякую. Вітаю всіх, хто долучився. Насправді для Українського культурного фонду важливо говорити про результати не лише мови показників, але й мови відповідальності за сектор, за інституції, за людей, які працюють в цих інституціях. І сьогодні це не просто формальний звітний момент, а це нагода подивитися на той шлях, який ми вже пройшли, і чітко усвідомити, куди ми йдемо далі. 2025 рік насправді був важкий для країни, для культурного сектору в цілому. І війна і надалі продовжує впливати на діяльність митців, на культурні інституції, на їхню поточну діяльність, на їхню діяльність у довгостроковій перспективі. І 25-й рік показав, що українська культура є спроможною, є суб'єктною. Вона є затребуваною в європейському просторі. І саме в цьому контексті діяльність Національного бюро «Креативна Європа» в Україні має системне значення. Тобто бюро – це є та точка входу культурного і креативного секторів до європейських програм розвитку, до партнерств, що формують довіру і сталі зв'язки. І, мабуть, не дарма Національне бюро «Креативна Європа» в Україні є структурним підрозділом Українського культурного фонду, тому що програми фонду і програми Національного бюро, вони є взаємодоповнюючими. Якщо Український культурний фонд підтримує культурно-мистецькі проекти, створення україномовного продукту, то Національне бюро вживає заходів і поширює їх крізь призму міжнародної співпраці. І це важливо в умовах культурної євроінтеграції, особливо зараз в умовах війни, коли потрібно підтримувати культуру. Так, наприклад, за останні роки через програму Національного бюро Креативної Європи було залучено понад 20 мільйонів євро, і за рахунок цього було реалізовано низку досить актуальних і потрібних культурних проєктів у співпраці з європейськими партнерами. У 2025 році спеціально був залучений окремий грант саме на культуру і креативні індустрії, і цей грант реалізовувався спільно з нашими європейськими партнерами. Для Українського культурного фонду програма «Креативна Європа» – це не просто зовнішній інструмент і це не просто додаткова можливість на перспективу. Це та програма, яка є частиною єдиної цілісної екосистеми розвитку і підтримки культури та креативних індустрій. Тобто це не просто якийсь паралельний трек, а це насправді частина єдиної екосистеми розвитку і частини стратегічне доповнення до національних інструментів підтримки Українського культурного фонду. Насправді на сьогодні ми усвідомлюємо, що розвиток культури і що ми маємо не лише надавати гранти, а що ми маємо також додатково створювати умови для розвитку культури. І у 2025 році наша спільна робота бюро і фонду, вона була націлена на те, щоб створювати можливості для заявників грантоотримувачів, які хочуть отримати грант, реалізувати свій проєкт, отримати максимально комплексну пропозицію як на національному рівні, так і на міжнародному рівні. І програми Українського культурного фонду і бюро, вони насправді спрямовані на підтримку різних проєктів за масштабністю, за типом, за тривалістю. І наша спільна робота і реалізація спільних заходів, вона ґрунтується на презентуванні наших грантових проєктів в сфері культури, в секторі культури, тобто вона дає можливість більш інтегровано і більш повно презентувати наші грантові можливості, щоб грантоотримувачі могли ознайомитися з ними і обрати саме ті можливості, які підходять їм під їхні пріоритети, потреби, можливості і їхні спроможності. І для Українського культурного фонду проєкт бюро є надзвичайно важливим. Він націлений на те, щоб максимально залучати культурні інституції до європейських програм. І це важливо для інституцій, це важливо для сектору. І ми намагаємося максимально сприяти і допомагати нашим колегам з Національного бюро у їхній щоденній роботі, в тому числі під час проведення культурно-мистецьких заходів. І я гадаю, що ми
We had 15 applications be accepted. One project was supported with 2 organizations, with France and Luxembourg. Also among the popular projects that competed with the prominent European projects, 4 were accepted, and 1 was supported. This is a 3 to 5 audiovisual works. Many applications were for the next competition with easier, lighter demands, and Ukraine has shown that we are available. We can do this. We're available. We're acceptable, and we can compete with serious countries such as Germany and France. We don't have any results yet. We only know the statistics that we had many applications. From the new competitions, there were applications for the distribution of European movies. 2 applications were accepted and supported. Media projects were realized for about 384,000 euro. intersector work was popular. 13 applications were accepted in media literacy and journalism. Unfortunately, none were supported at the moment. But 26 applications were accepted for the Innovation Laboratory competition, which means a very high technical level of development. The audiovisual sector, the IT, 26 of them were accepted, and one was supported. This is very cool because this competition is very important and valuable for representatives of our country and other countries as well. Cultural program, traditionally, we don't have the statistics for it fully, but we know that 2 projects were supported in a European literature competition. Last year, we had 88 points of acceptable, so it keeps rising. We have over 130 projects due for realization, and we have insane 1,676, if I heard correctly, applications were submitted. Previously, we had about 100, 200 applications. This is 7th place in all of the 40 countries. We only know about 40 supported projects over worldwide. 3 of them are in Ukraine. As mentioned before, we had a special competition this year, identical to the competition we had in 2023, creating a program for initiatives of textual and specific support of Ukrainian cultural sector. And in summer, the European Commission gave us statistics. We had about additional 2 million for the competition, which allowed us to support not 3 but 4 projects. And as mentioned before, among them is the Ukrainian Cultural Fund. As a summary, in all of the program of the Creative Europe in Ukraine Bureau, we had 13 organizations, 890 million, more than 890 million. 20 organizations, 17 projects, 4 million overall. This is not full statistics at the moment. We are waiting for the numbers to rise. As every year begins, we prepare webinars, information pamphlets are small documents that are about 2 to 4 and have about 30 pages. We have them at our site. Last year, we had about 15 of those informational pamphlets. Currently, we have already posted some informational pamphlets about the new competitions, so please go view them. Besides those, we have webinars, which is informational sessions about competitions, which are more in-depth than informational pamphlets. We talk about competitions, technical aspects, where people can ask questions. The We have webinars, our webinars on YouTube. We had 10 of them last year, so you can watch them there as well. Besides webinars and info pamphlets, we have Olha added a possibility to go for a subscription. If the algorithm sees that you're seeing the information pamphlet too long, you can subscribe. The algorithm offers you to subscribe. So please view our pamphlets, view our webinars, subscribe to our channels. Thank you. Olha, word goes to you. Thank you. I'll also start from what we did last year. We have two major results that everybody should have probably noticed. First is the update of the visual identics and creating an app, which is a system of rules, how we communicate to our auditorium. How our digital channels, in our events, even in our consultations, we have an algorithm now of communication, of how we talk to you. Second part that we did is we updated our website. It became much more versatile, useful, and informative. And probably this looks like a cosmetic change, but this fits into the general theme of shortening the distance between us and you to make the information more accessible and understandable. And about the site, we are not done yet. We will continue. Not only about the site, all of our work will be up to this big goal. If mentioning the site, I've seen how people work our site, where they can get lost, where we need to add something. And we had a whole plan of development of our website and our communications with people. So the user will understand where they can see everything and how to use our facilities. We will be updating our frequently asked questions, updating all of our references. So when a user sees our site and they just know Creative Europe, they can find everything that they need on our website. We will be giving more links to sources, and they will be seeing everything they need to know, and will go to consultations for Mykola or Oleksandr with all the knowledge on hand, with non-trivial questions and more specific, in-depth issues that we can help them submit their application. If we talk about what is very close to our site thematics is our newsletter. You can subscribe to our newsletter on our website, and we probably suspect that our users have met the newsletter when they were subscribing for our events. We had two major changes. It not became more functional, but it became more informative. So I hope we will be making it more regular and more content-filled. And the second project that I want to utilize is segment our auditorium, that everybody who subscribes to the newsletter receives the information that is relevant to them specifically. On this aspect, I'd like to separate our auditorium by sectors and probably by district, so everybody has what they need. This is the two main projects we plan to to do that are less algorithmic and more people-based. We do have other plans on algorithm changes. Seeing how our auditorium reacts to our posts, I see that we have to change information a bit that goes through our channels. For example, Instagram is more visual stories. LinkedIn is more narrative. Social networks that have to have a bit more adapted specific content. So I plan to show material based on the medium it is being shown through. Oh, one more thing about our social networks. I hope everybody who listens to us does not know that we are also on YouTube, because this is an excellent opportunity to see our YouTube channel, and note that we already have many interesting videos. We always record and and show our videos, our events. I recommend Mariana Konzelki's video that gave advice on how to manage projects. And YouTube will also have the Ukrainian movie distribution market. We'd also like to experiment a bit more with shorts, so that a person sees the idea of the video in the first several seconds. And if they like it, they can go to the full video, 30-40 minutes long. So yeah, shorts are planned. I'd like to also note about partnerships. We had a small audit of our partners and organizations we work with. So if you are a member, a representative of an organization that would like to create common content, probably spread possibilities of European Union in Ukraine, please write to us. We have contents. So we have a lot of plans. If you want to know more, please go to our social networks, our newsletter. All of this will be utilized within a year, I hope. So follow us, because everything we do is for you. Thank you. Thank you, Olha. Natalka, word to you. First, foremost, what we do to reach the goals Oleksandr says about, which is applications, is following our events. What did we do last year event-wise, and what we are going to do in 2026 as follows. In 2025, we implemented a new strategy, according to which we started traveling to different Ukrainian regions, front lines like Kremenchuk, Kharkiv, Dnipro, Drogobych, Lviv, Zhytomyr, and with local managers, cultural managers, we helped them know about the Creative Europe program and other grant programs, because sometimes we have Ukrainian Cultural Fund representatives that also tell about what they can do. We listen to the local managers, to their needs, so we plan this year to have not one day that we visit these seminars, but 2 days. One is theoretical, and the second is going to be practical, more advice, not lectures. Maybe even project management, small workshop. It's also going to be 6 regions this year. And our social networks, we will have announcements, so please follow those. Do we already know the 6 regions? Nope, we do not. But in social networks, we definitely, in several weeks before we visit them, we'll have an announcement. we had 10 successful project, workshop, sectoral events, Perform Ukraine, cultural Spatchina program, Odessa movie festival, Moldy's movie festival. Our bureau was present in such events as the Conference of Horizon, Festival of Construction in Dnipro, Book Arsenal in Kyiv, and on the international level we had such cities as Krakow, Warsaw, Warsaw, Brussels, where we met not only our international partners, but not only networking, but also culture and skill building. For example, we went to Tallinn Music Week. In Brussels, we met with their parliament, or at least parliament level. During the year, we participated in tele and radio podcasts where we talked about our plans for events or about competitions that are open for better consultations. We had a lot of help from our partners that we work with on a basis, which is the Ministry of Culture of Ukraine, Impulse Transformation Platform, Ukrainian Institute of Goethe, House of Europe Horizon, other partners. So in this year, I'd like to say that we had many events. We participated in a lot more events than we held ourselves, and we plan to continue this activity. I'd like to say that Mykola would like to tell us more about this. Probably already a conclusion, small reflection on the statistics of applications that Oleksandr said. What is the delta on that? What is the movement? How are people reacting to such programs with curiosity? Is there maybe some other factors because of United States help being declined? If you talk about the absence of USAID, yes, we can see the dynamic that potentially they note of more European programs, not American programs. Statistic-wise, this is a very representative competition that we can see application activities of applicants. For example, in 2022, we had about 50 applications. This is in the aspect of how much we grew. We had 50 applications from organizations in Ukraine. In 2023, 93 and 172 in 2024, and currently we have about 310. We're waiting for the finalization of those results that Oleksandr had. So we're waiting for just a bit more projects, about 15, 20 more organizations applying. So we have not less support than last year, we have more. Our plans for this year are very important. Past is the past, we move on. In this year, we have a bit more time. Every year starts with a small planning session in our office, and then we talk to our partners, we have a free chart, and at some point we already introduce plans for this year. This is the first time that our plans did not receive superfluous debate this year, and this is probably a good thing because we have many projects to realize. I can say with my experience that 4 people usually decide the processes, that we could not function as a bureau outside of Ukrainian Cultural Fund, because they are usually integrated into our process. It is very substantial support, and I do not see how we could realize projects the way that we do without them. We also have very many support sub-professionals, people who work for us that make this process and at level possible. So all of our events are important that are standard for us. They, in 2026, in the end, as every year, we have our grant marketplace. Everybody who has already participated know that every year we do something different location, different program, different accents, and I think that we will be seeing some interesting event this year. And our year ends, as always, with an international showcase conference where we have results much more detailed than today. And in December, we will have that showcase conference that will be dedicated to the results for this year already. I'd like to specifically note our work in the aspect of organization of sectoral events. That's when we present grants, not just for the Creative Europe program, but from all of the grants and funds that are available for support in Ukraine. We have culture, we have cultural descendancy, Культурна спадщина organization events. We worked with the Odessa Movie Festival last year. This year we plan to continue. And this is the first time we plan to have a dedicated event for the musical industry representatives. Watch our announcements. We hope that we will be able to realize all of this, because this is going to be big. It's going to be quite experimental. We have special plans to talk about the cultural descendancy sector. It's quite a big sector and quite priority for Ukrainian culture and for House of Europe. In May, we plan to have a common work with the Ukrainian Cultural Fund. And the other close event that we had is this cultural descendancy sector, renewal during war. So we make relevant propositions for specific sectors. So they're not only presentation of possibilities. We adapt our format to our auditorium. I'd like to note that we have lost the previous algorithms due to the war. So now we will be accenting our events to wartime renovations and wartime challenges. Even if the war stops or is postponed, we still have to currently note the events and the topics that we cannot ignore any longer. So we have partnerships on the international level to join conglomerate and have large partnerships on an international level. We have several ambitious projects. Perform Ukraine is a definite go. Like we said, it's a yearly project. With the Impulse Transformation Program and other partners with the Ukrainian Cultural Fund, this event will take place in June or so. Among other projects that are ambitious, since what Natalka said, we go all over Ukraine and talk to representatives of the local governments and the civic sector. We have an idea with our partners to try and develop recommendations for the judicial sphere of Ukraine of how grants and applications can be supported on the local government level. This is a function that is deeply outside of our responsibilities. This is an initiative of ours because we see several deficiencies in this sector and we have some experience of how they could be made better in several different places. We also plan, what Olha said, we plan to make more content interesting for everybody interested in any sector. We have an idea that we'd like to realize podcasts with the regional cultural sector representatives. That will be interesting at least for other cultural representatives. We have partners, we have possibilities to realize all of this. And I think the third ambitious project is to make an event that will have music. That's it about that. Thank you about the presentation of our plans. Let's hope we will be able to realize all of those. For those who participate, I'd like to note that you can apply for grants, you can visit their site, apply for Creative Europe program in Ukraine, and follow your dreams. Thank you for this conversation for everybody who's listened to us, who's been with us. Thank you for our armed forces that allow us to be here and to be safe. Glory to Ukraine.